Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled Fat Cats. Lord will, you are edified. Video was inspired from the TikTok platform. Steel SUV 497 for use. Break free. Why so-called black media ownership matters. I repeat, break free. Why so-called black media ownership matters. Again, fair use.
The Redstone family. They're Ashkenazi who own BET. And now look what's on BET. I mean, a lot of it's negative stereotypes and stuff like that. If black people own their own media, they wouldn't allow a lot of negative stereotypes even on there. Now let's go back to American black culture back like 1950s, 1960s. They had very low divorce rates. They all dressed really nice. They were all polite and everything like that, you know, and with any culture. But everything started going downhill when they had somebody else take control over their media and started profiting off their own demise. Because I remember even hearing Kanye West talking about this, like 1990s. That's when all this like gangster stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And they had all these like self-demeaning music videos and everything like that. Missy Elliott and calling herself a bitch. They're all using the N-word and stuff like that. It's all like self-depreciation. But you have another group of people destroying somebody else's culture and making a ton of money in the process.
Right.
And that's not right.
And they're making them look bad.
Okay, so first and foremost, all of this is happening and has happened because of the curses. So let me go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, future tense, if you will not listen, us as a nation, unto the voice of Yahweh, your power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come on you and overtake you. And Esau utilizes a spiritual game plan to inflict the Israelites because he feels that, okay, if we continue to get them to live a lifestyle of sin, okay, our kingdom can be prolonged, which give us time to attain the new world order. But he never factored in the elect. So with that being said, what was that precept? Let's go to Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 4. According as he has chosen us in him, so Yahweh chose the elect in Yahushua before the foundation of the world, literal, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, meaning what? The elect is perfect in the eyes of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Okay, so when we jump to Judith chapter 5 and verse 20. Now this is going into Achior, okay, and he was informing, who was he informing? Okay, all right, Nebuchadnezzar's general, which was Holofernes, okay, about let me just get to it. Judith 5 and 20. Now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error, sin against this people, the Israelites, so-called, Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and and they sin against their power, let us consider that, Salaki, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be with them, or Salakia, before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. And when Achior had finished these sayings, all the people standing round about the tent murmured, and the chief men of Holofernes and all that dwelt by the seaside and in Moab spoke that he should be killed. But this is the point. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, there is no iniquity in the elect, starting with the 144,000. Hence Ephesians chapter 1 and 4. Hence Revelation 14 and 4. So there is no iniquity. These individuals are perfect in the eyes of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai at this time frame. Let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them. So the Lord is going to defend the elect, and their power before them. The Most High is for the elect, and we become a reproach. So Esau and these other nations will become a reproach before all, before the world, okay? Before the entire world, okay? Those that remain on the Isles and those that remain in the eastern part of the world. Because remember, America is going to be destroyed. So with that being said, the point of this lesson is that Esau controls every fucking thing, right? Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand, meaning might or control of the wicked. Malachi 1 and 4 declares the nation of Edom as the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof, and not where and who is he. Okay, and a way he covers the faces of the judges, hence iconoclasm, which means to destroy the face of an image. So what he does is, for example, he will paint Israelite men in his likeness. He will paint Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, King David, okay, as so-called white people. So let's jump to Romans chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every spirit be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. So Esau has a kingdom because it was the will of the Most High. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. Let's start at 4. In whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not. So Esau is the God of this world, and he uses what? Media, okay? His news, his commercials, so-called black culture, okay? Movies, okay? And any form of entertainment to mislead the Israelites, because he wants us to remain hidden, spoken of in Psalms the 83rd chapter, but he never factored in divine intervention. Meaning what? The elect at the allotted time receiving this word. And it started around 1969 with John the Baptist. And if you can receive this, he came back as Alba Bibbins, okay? And again, he was the forerunner, like he did 2,000 years ago for Yahweh Shai. But this time, Yahushua came back in the spirit instead of the flesh, if you can receive that. So in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. So the reason why we have
The Redstone family.
Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Juice, Menace to Society, all those fucking pimp and hustler movies back in the day is because of Esau, right? Rap music because of Esau. Drug culture because of Esau. Black culture because of Esau. Okay? He controls everything. Okay? We're living in a fucking illusion, a big ass psyop. Okay, and only the elect, for the most part, can see through it. So yeah, you have cats that are so-called woke, but they're still spiritually impaired. Impaired goes into weakened. Why? Because they lack the spirit. Okay.
They're Ashkenazi who own BET. And now look what's on BET. I mean, a lot of it's negative stereotypes and stuff like that. If black people own their own media, they wouldn't allow a lot of negative stereotypes even on there.
And we can't own our own media due to the curses. So there is a spiritual ceiling, meaning we can only get so far. Okay. Um, I think it's it's Genesis. This is Genesis 49 and verse 8. Judah, so-called Negroes, you are he whom your brethren shall praise. He's the head tribe. So-called Negroes are the head tribe of the nation of Israel. Your hand shall be in the neck of your enemies. Your father's children shall bow down before you. Your hand shall be in the neck of your enemies. Okay, so this means what? That Judah can only get so far in Esau's system. For example, you have Negro senators, congressmen, okay, generals, and so on and so forth. But guess what? You don't have no Judite president, okay? The neck of the enemy, okay? Now, what's above the neck? Your fucking head. Okay, so Judah can only get so far, meaning we can only get so far in this man's dominion. Okay. With that being said, let me just go to Psalm, the 73rd chapter, and verse 1, NOT. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, to those whose hearts are pure, the elect, beginning with the 144,000. But as for me, I almost lost my footing. My feet were slipping, and I was almost gone. For I envied the proud when I saw them prosper despite their wickedness. The Edomites, okay? So this entire rulership is based on Satanism. Their light is Satanism. Our light is the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah. Going into the laws, statutes, and the commandments, the contents that's inside the scriptures. For I envied the proud when I saw them prosper despite their wickedness. They seem to live such painless lives. Their bodies are healthy and strong because of the blessing Esau received from Isaac. They don't have troubles like other people. They are not plagued with problems like everyone else because we are in their kingdom. They wear pride like a jeweled necklace and clothe themselves with cruelty. These fat cats have everything their hearts could ever wish for, and that's the point. These fat cats, the wicked, control everything. Hence them having the title, the God of this world, man. They control everything, literally. Okay? And again, this is within the will of the Most High. So the Most High utilized Yahweh Shah when he was Isaac to give them a dominion, and he's going to dispatch Yahweh Shah at the allotted time to snatch back or destroy the rulership of Esau, these fat fucking cats. So if you really want to know and understand the reason why the world is the way it's, Salakia, if you really want to understand the way the world is and why it is because of the rulership of Edom. Okay? The wicked. So as the leader is, so are the people. I think that's spoken of loosely paraphrasing in Ecclesiasticus or the book of Sirach, the 10th chapter. So Lord will, this was edifying. Shalom.